Ambush the Game podcast. Chris Phillips, I am your host. Yeah. I am so happy to be here with you guys today. Welcome to the pod, man. ATG podcast, Ambush the Game podcast. Welcome in, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, man. Let's talk about it today. The effects of rap music and pop culture or urban street culture. I think it's important. I think it's very important. I just feel like it has an effect that a lot of us know about, but for the sake of keeping the culture innocent, we tend to not speak on this as we should. But I'm gonna do it today. If you know me, you know that for the longest time, I have been a hip hop head. I am a hip hop head through and through. Run DMC is my favorite group of all time. Jam Master Jay had me wanting to scratch. DJ Jazzy Jeff made me want to scratch better. It's just so many. The lineage that I come from, when I talk about this rap thing, man, it's way more than you guys could ever imagine, and more than I could. I don't have enough time in this pod to list all the people that I consider heroes and pioneers and people that just helped me make it through to see this age I am now. A lot of it has to do with rap. I grew up in the inner city. There's no shade in that, nothing to hide behind that. And rap was all refuge, Rapping and making beats, buying my first drum machine, or buying our first drum machine, a DR-110. We had about 23 bucks, and they got tired of seeing us coming into the music shop, so they just gave it to us and told us to get up out of here. Man, we played with that DR-110. I'm talking about, hey, I still have it. So that thing's from the 80s, right? Early 80s. And I still have it. So this pains me to get into, but I have alluded to this several times before in pods in the past, but I got to do it again. Listen, there have been 2 or 3 shootings in the last week or so of rappers by other rappers. Or so the story seems. I guess I got to say allegedly. I'm not sure about any of these things. These are just stories that I've seen on the net, and I'm just reporting on them or giving my thoughts on them. There is so much violence in the urban community to begin with, and it's time we start placing the blame where it needs to be. First of all, the blame goes to the actors committing these crimes. Yeah, you deserve it to get all the time associated with the crime. Now, I know saying that, I have to keep in mind that the justice system is overly aggressive when it comes to punishing black and brown people. But I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about in these urban communities, the violence that's being committed, the theft, and everything else that's happening, which leads to a lack of suitable businesses setting up in your area because there's too much crime and they can't bring their people in to feel safe. Now let's talk about why that is. Why aren't these places safe? Yeah, we know, low education, we know poverty breeds all of this, but I think there's one thing that we tend to leave out over and over again, and that is the power of music. I'm telling you, it's underestimated. Most of us who are in the music world, and I'm not saying that I'm in the world as a professional, but I am a connoisseur of music, and I come from rap, I come from hip hop, I'm a child of it. So I'm including myself when I say that, and what I'm about to say. We underestimate the power of these lyrics. And we're in a time now where these kids are very impressionable, and they take these things to be truths, to be literal, to be facts. When you constantly hearing on radio, right, and particularly black radio, shoot them, pop them, kill them, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? That's all you hear constantly. And if you're not hearing that, it's the booty shake, suck some, fuck some. So we're lost in a world where urban music is primarily negative. Yeah, I said it, negative. Primarily. The shit that y'all bobbing, grandma bobbing her head to, Big Ma, and everybody, little babies popping their fans to, everything else is all, well, maybe not, it's subjective, but man, this shit is negative. When you make a hit out of Pussy Hole Pink, Shithole Brown, or whatever the case may be, when we make those things household without even acknowledging how negative it is, and we make those songs number one, we make the killing, the robbing, the pillaging, the raping of our own people, we make that number one. It's like, if you could introduce more negativity, I could throw more money at you. And then you don't think that has a trickle-down effect on what happens in these streets? Used to, the rappers would always say, we're just giving out what the community is giving. But we know that the community doesn't always just give out negativity, man. We're just reporting what's happening on the streets. The streets ain't always giving you something negative, man. You know that. So can we, for a minute, just stop BSing and get right down to the fact that you're trying to put out an image that you are harder than penitentiary steel because it sounds good. It looks good. Hey, man, when you get shot 7 times, 9 times, 5 times, and you survive, you can say, shit, they didn't kill me. I'm too hard. I'm Teflon. That sticks with people. And it sticks with the young, more impressionable people. Therefore, building up, when they listen to your song, and the next song about killing, and the next song about drilling, and the next song about I got your baby mama, and the next song about I'm throwing paper, and the next song about I'm throwing paper, I got your baby mama, and I'm killing everything. It's like, my God, man, can you not acknowledge the fact that that's detrimental? That constantly in their ear is the most vile lyrics in the rap game. And these things have a negative effect. And in my opinion, I may stand alone on this one, but I'm standing firm in it. This shit is killing us. And the proof is in the pudding. The rappers are now openly talking about getting in and spinning the block on the ops, and then recording themselves doing it. You think, and these guys have opportunity to make money and get themselves out of that world, and yet they still rap it, they try to live it, and you don't think the less fortunate who don't have those opportunities are not going to try to do the same thing? You'd be crazy to think that they wouldn't, that they don't think that this shit is real, that the shit that these rappers say is true. It is killing us, and yet we're still popping, locking, dropping to the beat of it. There's got to be a better way. And I know there's a better way. I fear, honestly, that we're just not strong enough to do it. We're not strong enough to move away from it. The bag is too big. You telling me turn away and go to this negative and go away from the negative to something more positive? I can't make no money doing positive shit. Yeah, you could if the whole game changed. Yeah, you could. We all could benefit from a more positive um, set of music. We shouldn't have to go dig for that. You know, you shouldn't have to always spin a hit from the 70s and 80s to get that good family vibe at the family reunion, because everything else that's playing at the family reunion is trash, hot garbage. So yeah, it could be done if more of us decided that, hey, we don't want to hear that shit, man. We don't want to always hear the shoot 'em, kill 'em, buck 'em, fuck 'em. I know I don't stand alone in that. Do I? That's the question. Do I stand alone when I say that music is killing us? I'm not saying that it's the only thing killing us, but when you look at in the urban areas, it's us on us, and we're all playing that gangster trap shit, living up to these fake images and characters that these rappers come up with. We're doing the dirty work here on the local streets, and they on tour somewhere cross country until they come back and do some of the same dumb shit that get us all knocked and get us all with the rap that black people are all violent. All we rap about and talk about is killing and fucking. I personally am tired of it, and I find myself not checking on that music at all. I just want to live better, do better, be around better, and let that vibe catch. And I think I am in so much better of a mood when I don't listen to that mess all day long, which is one of the reasons why I very rarely play the radio. I'm just going to hear the watered down version of the same thing where the lyrics are so bad now on the radio that you might as well not beep it, because we already know what you're talking about. But when I turn on some nice roots reggae, soul, I feel a whole lot better. You can't tell me that that doesn't have an effect. That music has an effect on me. Same way the crunk up in your asshole, eardrum, shooting your baby mama, taking your baby mama, all that has an effect too. And it's usually pulling you to be a more aggressive you. So what if everybody listening to that? Now everybody's on edge, waiting on somebody to pop off. It'll go down right now. The music has already set the mode for you. The mode and the mood. That's all I'm saying. That's just my take on how I see the music these days. And I don't know. I think we can do better than this right here. But music is a killer. That's just my opinion of it. Ambush the Game podcast, man. Listen wherever you can, man. Let's figure out a way to make this thing grow. And at the same time, figure out a way to take care of each other better. That's all I'm saying, man. Ambush the Game podcast. Question everything you think you know.